Well, I don't know if the president watch the news. I don't know if he watches the news. Our president, our current sitting president, Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm not really sure that he really watches the news. I'm very curious about this specific issue. And if he's watching the news, I would love to ask him, which news is he watching? I'm lost. Which news exactly the president is watching? Or maybe presidents are denied from watching the news? Are their family members not watching the news? If I'm the president's son, I watch the news and I see something that is really disturbing on the news, knowing very well that my dad is a president. When he comes back from parliament or from wherever he's coming from with that convoy, after all, they are human beings, these people. They sit with their families. I will confront my dad to say, have you watched the news? Have you seen what is going on around the country? What are you planning? What is I'm not actually interfering in your work, but as a president and as a citizen, before I become, I'm your son. After being your son, I'm a citizen. I will ask, what do you think about the state of our country? I'm wondering why the president does not declare the state of emergency. We have got a military personnel that is idling there, somewhere in Waterkloof, in all these other bases. And they are doing absolutely nothing. And they cannot deploy themselves. They are waiting for the president. Just a word. You just need to utter a word. Soldiers must go to the borders. That's it. I don't know which planet are the politicians live in. Which planet? Are they living in planet Earth with us? Or maybe they come to planet Earth when it's election time, then therefore they disappear to Mars or Pluto or some other planets. I don't know. I don't know. Or they live in heaven. Somebody helps me here. Why I'm saying this? It looks like the whole of South Africa is captured by these syndicate crimes. Watch this video, squatters. We'll talk about it.
This has led to notorious smuggling routes being submerged in water. However, that has not deterred brazen criminals who are now allegedly using engine boats and donkeys to smuggle stolen goods and vehicles to Zimbabwe. The vehicles are hijacked locally in Thohoyandou, Niani, and other parts of the country. Civic organizations say residents are forever on high alert as merciless hijackers are working around the clock to rob them of their vehicles.
These people, they are using the other way, using donkeys and boats to carry a lot of illegal goods from South Africa to Zimbabwe. We were happy past that. We know that Limpopo River is full. This carjacking crisis, maybe it will be end. But now we know that these criminals are using new ways of stealing our properties there. Even these 2 cars that were stolen by the weekend, those goods were stolen at Chungani farms.
A victim has recounted a horrific experience in hijacking incident.
I was sleeping and heard the sound by the gate and I got scared. After that, I received a call that the vehicles had been hijacked. All 2 of them. The sedan was found abandoned, blocking the road, while the buggy was used to load stolen property, and they used it to travel with their stolen goods.
Some residents say they are worried as some members of the South African Police Service are implicated in crime. A member of SAPS Tactical Response Team was arrested for suspected hijacking in Thohoyandou last week.
And as we speak, we still have the case that is ongoing at the Thohoyandou Magistrate Court, where there is involvement of the TRT member who is alleged to be culprits in terms of this car hijacking that is happening, because some of the cars, the one they hijacked, they took it to the scrap yard, they strip off those car and they sell the parts, and of which it became a threat to us as the community to say, if the police themselves, the one who's supposed to protect us, and they engage themselves in these activities of car hijacking, whom do we trust?
Well, here we are. Limpopo is not spared from these kind of criminals. It's not spared. And by the way, Limpopo is at the highest risk because they are next to Beitbridge. The Messina side, they are next to Beitbridge. And then these Zimbabweans, Zimbabwe happened to be the closest, and happens to be on every news. I don't understand those guys. I don't understand exactly. Those guys, they are very, very, I don't know. They are bad people. Not all of them. But many of them that we read about on the news. Why? Why do you leave your country and come and commit crime in our country? Why? I don't understand. Why? And the police are dealing with these criminals. South African police, not all of them. There are police who are working with criminals. I'm very much disturbed with this thing of police working with criminals. I'm very much disturbed. I don't know why. Why do you agree to take an oath to be a serving member, a civil servant? Then all of a sudden, you decide to work with criminals. Somebody mentioned the salary issue. I don't think the salary issue can overpower your integrity. As a human being, you've got conscience, right? You've got integrity that you need to keep intact. I cannot steal and say I'm unemployed. I should rather find legal ways to survive. I should rather find legal ways to make ends meet. But if I commit crime, and when they catch me, I say I was hungry, that's not enough. That's not enough. I'm challenging politicians. By the way, I don't want to speak about Cyril Ramaphosa because I don't even think he knows where Beitbridge is. I don't want to talk about Cyril Ramaphosa. He's a very numb president, lost. He's always shocked. He's a Mickey Mouse, by the way. He's a Mickey Mouse. I don't want to talk about him. I want to challenge Julius Malema because he seems to be active more than anyone in this political landscape. I want to challenge Julius Malema to go to Beitbridge border, there at Beitbridge, and make a video and tell us how he feels about his country, looking at illegal immigrants crossing into South Africa illegally, the illicit goods that are crossing into South Africa, all the illegal activities. I want him to film himself when he's there and tell the whole country how he feels. I bet I can give him, I don't have money, but I can give him $100. I can EFT him $100 if he does that. If he does that, he will never do that. He will never do that. He will not. These are the people who are sellouts, who are bluffing. But when it comes to real issues, you'll never see them. When it comes to emergency issues, which needs urgent attention, you'll never see Julius Malema. He can talk about racism, bash Elon Musk and Donald Trump. That's where he's going to end. But this illegal immigration issue, you'll never find Julius Malema there. That's why he said he doesn't want a xenophobic vote. That is the day South Africans had enough of Julius Malema. And they said, we are not going to vote for this man because his tone is completely representing the other tribe. People who come to South Africa illegally and commit crime, you rather stand with them and abandon your citizens. You don't prioritize your citizens. When you talk about Donald Trump, he prioritized America. That man, he says, America first. Let's make America great again. That is his dream. That is the kind of a leader we want. Prioritize your country. The rest, they will come after. You prioritize other African countries, Julius Malema. You don't care about your citizens. But when you want a vote, you come to them. You are making them fools. You are making them fools. You think they are dumb. They will continue to vote for you. No ways. Think again. No ways. No ways. Prioritize your people. They will vote for you. The performance of EFF dropped because of his behavior, Julius Malema. His behavior. And I've observed something, squatters. People who talk a lot, they do nothing. People who spend 80% of their time talking, they've got no action. They do nothing. People who talk less, they do many things. That's how life works. So he is very vocal when it comes to many other issues. This one, which must be declared as a state of emergency, you'll never see Julius Malema there. That's what I'm saying. With my poverty, I'm pledging $100. I can EFT him if I see a video of him standing at Beitbridge, a border between South Africa and Zimbabwe, shooting a video of himself about the state of that environment and the illegal immigrants who are crossing day in, day out, during the night, and saying how he feels about that. We need your view, Julius. Stop being coward. This is the real issue. And everywhere where you go, you watch the news this side. You get to hear the same story, the same song. When is the president going to act on this? What is his plan? No. Unfortunately, we've got leaders who don't care. They continue to turn a blind eye to this kind of issues. Unfortunately now, as we speak, Limpopo is being attacked. These are the criminal syndicates. That is why you'll even arrest police along the way, because they think they are smart. They must go rot in jail. Corrupt police officials, they must rot in jail. I don't feel shame for them. They must that's where they belong, in jail. Keep these idiots in jail. They must never get any bail. If you are a police officer, you commit a crime, you must be prosecuted with immediate effect and you must be thrown into jail. Simple. Lose everything. No benefit. If you've got 20 years, 30 years service, lose everything. Lose everything. Don't get a cent. Lose everything. Forfeit. We are facing serious crisis in our country. There's no time. And why I exhaust this issue is because of the seriousness, the nature of this issue. I was watching on the news when Devon is continuing to march against illegal immigrants. This guy, the Zuma guy, I don't know what he represents, what minerals and you know, whenever he speaks, you'll never actually understand what he's trying to say. Then we must let illegal immigrants to come and commit crime in the name of being Africans, and then we should do nothing. Every country has got its own laws. That's what I emphasize. If you're seeking Islam, go to other countries. Why all of you come to South Africa to seek Islam? It's not a playground here. Go to other countries. This is one of, I hope, by us amplifying our messages, the government will pay attention. But we know that the ANC government is deaf. They can't hear. They are blind. They are always shocked. That day shall come when the people rise against a sleepist government. The people shall decide to go for a revolution. No soldier, no police officer, no government, no politician shall stop the people. The day they decide to go to the streets and shut down everything, it will be painful for the so-called investors. Thank you, squatters, for watching my content. Let's continue engaging. Some of these issues, you'll even have sleepless nights. Sleepless nights because of the state of our country. We are just concerned citizens. Thank you, squatters.